if true, this is such an embarrassment. I would say the biggest embarrassment for United States military. U.S. jets, ships blinded. All of this. Iran blocks first American military strike using GPS jamming. Now, this can be a result of the Al-Ghadir radar system, as we have discussed about it yesterday. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Aerospace Force has been steadily expanding its network of Ghadir over the horizon. So Ghadir over the horizon, that's the name. Early warning radars. With new construction sites identified in the northwest of the country near Tabriz along the Persian Gulf coast. We see that this radar system that are being jammed. Take a look at what this statement is saying. UK MTO has received further corroborating reports from vessels experiencing GPS interference in the Strait of Hormuz, with disruptions lasting several hours, affecting navigation systems and requiring vessels to rely on backup methods. This is coming from UK MTO, and they have received it. Now, this is coming from Iranian sources. So this is why I said in the beginning, if this is true. But looks like with all of the details that they're sharing, there is a good possibility that Iran has successfully indeed jammed United States jet and ship, because in the past we have also reported similar incident with USS Harry Truman, where we have seen a friendly fire that took down one of United States military aircraft, and CENTCOM later on came out and said this was because of a friendly fire. The radar system, the navigation system was jammed. So yes, it did happen in the past. Did it happen this time is something again. I think it did, but we'll find out. Because of all the details, I think it is safe to say there is a good possibility that it happened. US military has deployed several B-2 bombers, and this is why it is so important for Iran to come up with a solution for this situation. Because these B-2 stealth bomber, they can be devastating. Now, I want you to take a look at this particular interview from Iranian foreign minister as to what he was saying to Sky News if Iran comes under attack from Israel or US. Take a listen.
On to Israel. We've heard from Israel's foreign minister saying there's been no better time for Israel to strike Iran. Iran's at its weakest. And Donald Trump has said he's prepared to support Israel in that if a deal can't be done. How worried are you by that prospect?
Well, this is not a new threat. And they know that this is not a real threat because they know our capabilities to respond. And we have made it clear that any attack to our nuclear facilities would be faced with an immediate and decisive response. But I don't think they will do that crazy thing. This is really crazy. And this would turn the whole region into a very bad disaster. I don't even want to talk about that.
Okay, so basically this is what Iran's response was. And looks like they are, and they had been prepared all along for any possible strike by the Zionist forces and also by United States. Now, I want you to take a look at this, another report. So what is happening at the moment is the Harry S. Truman that United States boast about and their presence in the Red Sea. The Houthis, they have targeted a supply ship linked to the USS Harry S. Truman. Okay, so supply link of Harry S. Truman was targeted. Was it destroyed? We do not know yet, but looks like this is what Ansarullah, the spokesperson, this is what he has to say. Take a listen.
The Yemeni armed forces persist for the fourth consecutive week to responsibly and effectively confront the American aggression against our country by targeting its warships in the Red Sea. Over the last few hours, the missile and UAV forces, with the participation of the naval forces, clashed with a number of these warships in the northern Red Sea, including the American aircraft carrier Truman with a number of cruise missiles and drones. The targeting operation, which lasted for hours, prevented the enemy from launching aggressive attacks on our country during the targeting period. The naval force of armed forces carried out a military operation targeting the American supply ship, the aircraft carrier Truman, with a ballistic missile. Yemen's leadership, people, and army are valiantly fighting the battle of triumphing for the oppressed Palestinian people, fulfilling religious, moral, and humanitarian duties.
Two things I want you to understand here. Number one is United States, they mention that the Houthis leadership are being destroyed, as Donald Trump said, decimated, right, quote unquote. But we still see Yahya Sari coming out making a statement. So no, the leadership is still there. This is what, it proves us when we hear Yahya Sari talking about this. So what really happened? In a statement, what really happened about this particular incident? In a statement by Al-Masira is a TV channel, Yahya Sari said that the missile force alongside drones engaged the aircraft carrier Harry S. Truman during the operation. Okay, and I mean, look at the details. Okay, look at the details coming from the Houthis. He stated that the action had prevented the enemy, quote unquote, from launching further attacks on Yemen in the hours that followed. The military spokesman emphasized that Ansar Allah's forces, their forces, would continue their operations, asserting that their ultimate goal is to halt the ongoing aggression on Gaza and to lift the siege in the territory. And this is what they have been saying all along, the main reason why they're attacking United States and Israeli ships. Sari further declared that these defensive operations would persist until the international community addresses the siege on Gaza in solidarity with the Palestinian cause. This latest attack is part of a broader series of operations that Ansar Allah has launched in response to perceived threats against regional stability. The group had previously announced that it would escalate its operations against U.S. military assets in the region, citing its support for Israeli actions against the people of Gaza. And if you take a look at the situation in Gaza, we already have seen hundreds and hundreds. I mean, the number is right now in the thousands were killed in just the last few days, not even week. And this is an ongoing atrocity by the Israeli forces, and this must be stopped. And we need to really raise our voice. I'll give you more updates about the situation. Subscribe for more videos.